Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan, repping the Bengals here for the AFC Northerners. First and foremost, I just want to apologize to everybody for taking such a long time. I've been really slammed with work, a lot of tax stuff, so it's just been absolutely crazy. I did make an appearance on the D&H show for Daddy-O and Haji. So if you haven't seen the D&H Sports, go back and take a look. I did a free agency appearance there, and I want to thank them for having me on. And let's just go over some stuff. I'm going to try to keep this down to the 5-6 minute mark, but I haven't done a video in a while. We got a lot to go over, so I'll do the best I can. You know, I don't try to ask more than 5 to 10 minutes from you on these videos. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is free agency. We'll just recap a little bit. I know a lot of it's old news, but I want everybody in Bengal Nation to just calm down. I watch the Facebook pages, and I don't interact a lot on them because you tend to get a lot of reactionary people on there. But the Bengals are never big spenders in free agency, so I don't know why everybody was all shocked. We actually did a pretty good job for us because we usually don't cut loose. We're not going to go out and sign the lineman out of New England Brown. We're not going to spend that kind of money. So it shouldn't be a big shock, but I think we did a pretty good job. I love the CJ signing. He was the most athletic of the tight ends we had. I actually called the Eifert signing a couple days before. I did the D&H appearance, and Eifert signed like 2 days later, and I said I thought Eifert was going to stay with us on another team-friendly contract, and that's exactly what happened. Really like the Miller signing. We're looking at a revamped line. Trey Hopkins signed his tender, so we've got Trey Hopkins back. We signed Miller, so we now have Miller and Glenn. I mean, this is kind of a retooled line. Redmond's gone, and we could pop in our draft pick. There was a huge uproar about the Bobby Hart signing, and I went over this on the D&H video, and I'll go over it again now, but this is not that bad a deal. If they think he's correctable, then it's going to be a good deal, especially in year 2 and year 3. So they're saying that this guy played with enthusiasm. They watched every play on footage, and they think what he's got correctable. If it's correctable, he's going to be a bargain. So everybody just relax. Part of his problem was he was saddled with Redmond all last year. Redmond was horrible. So one of the worst offensive linemen in the league. So just putting, if we just had a draft pick next to him, or we put Trey Hopkins next to him, it's going to be a huge upgrade. And now you have Miller, and obviously we have Cordy Glenn, and you've got Price. So we do have a revamped line going into the season. So I want everybody in Bengal Nation just to calm down a little bit. I would like to see us extend Tyler Boyd. That hasn't happened yet. We have the money for that. I really want to see that happen. As expected, Tez got cut. He's on the Raiders. I'm not really concerned. Everybody's pointing to the game where we're going to play the Raiders this year and Tez is going to be out to do. No, Tez is a shell of the player he was. I love what he did for us. I love the edge he brought. But if you've seen him and watched him the last 2 years, he's not the same Tez. So it was time for us to part ways. Let's jump into what's been going on with Mark Walton. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but just get rid of the guy. I went on the Bengals website yesterday. He's still listed on the roster. I don't know if it's because maybe a post-June 1st release or something is better. Maybe they're just waiting for him to get suspended so we can, they can get out of it that way. I don't know. There's got to be a contractual or a money reason why we haven't released him yet. He's not going to be on the team. The guy's been arrested 3 times. What a waste of a draft pick. What a waste of human capital. Get rid of this guy. He's terrible. You want to show that there's a change of culture in Cincinnati? Get rid of Mark Walton. And then I would like to see us. I did want to see us. My one disappointment about free agency was I really wanted to see us try to attack the linebacker position. Now, we did sign Preston Brown. If he stays healthy, he's a good signing. I would like to see us trade for Deron Lee on the Jets. This is a quality guy. This is a first-round draft pick. The guy plays. He's athletic. He plays with speed. He would be great right there with Nick Vigil. And with the C.J. Mosley signing at the Jets, we can pry Deron Lee. It doesn't even have to be a draft pick from this year. We could probably trade a 3rd rounder next year and get Deron Lee over. So that still needs to happen. I had hoped we would have made a run at Brandon Marshall, but the Raiders picked him up. So, but I would like to see us do that. Okay, with respect to the draft, I would like to grab one of the Devons with our pick. I really think one of these premier linebackers is what we're looking for. I prefer Devin White. I think he's kind of a beast. But if he's gone, I'm okay with Devin Bush. If not, I would like to grab one of the premier tackles that's in this draft. Either one of these picks would be an immediate starter, and that's what we're looking for with our first rounder. Cody Ford, Jonah Williams. I think Jawan Miller is probably the most athletic of the linemen, but that's what I'd be looking to add. And I think that would work. I want everybody to stop with the quarterback talk. I really, truly believe that Zach Taylor thinks he can work with Andy. I've been here in Los Angeles, so I got front row seats to all the talk when they thought Goff was a bust. And Jeff Fisher hadn't done anything with him. So let's give Zach a year. Here in Cincinnati, we were yelling for change, and sometimes I'm reading Facebook and Twitter, and people aren't being patient. Let's give this staff a chance. Let's give Zach a chance with Andy for a season. If nothing else, Andy will be a bridge. He's a high-character person. He will teach work ethic and all the right things, much like Alex Smith has done to the quarterbacks he's worked with. And I really think we can use Andy as a bridge, if nothing else. But there's a chance we might not even be in the quarterback market next year. Let's go with the season and see how things progress. I wouldn't mind prying Josh Rosen away as a project because he could learn behind Andy as well. I just don't want to give up a pick high enough. I think there's a team that's willing to give up a first. I think the New England's 32nd pick is probably where they go with that. And if they don't go tight end, they could trade that over to Arizona and probably pry Rosen loose. And that's a great fit for Rosen, obviously, going to New England. So that's where we're at. Let's see how the draft progresses. I may put up another draft preview. Definitely will put up a draft reaction video, and we'll break down what we did in the draft. So that's it on my end. I can't say what I used to say in closing. I will say fuck Mike Brown until we get back to the Super Bowl. But other than that, I want everybody to have a good weekend, and we will put up a show as we get closer to the draft or right after the draft. Take care, everybody.